The program is still listening to our Good Morning Salon, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Inside the edition of the program Good Morning Salon, we will look at constitutional reforms them and also the concept of winner take it all politics na saloon. Earlier, we be done introduce we studio guest them. We still wait for get Abdul Kagbo, Honorable Abdul Kagbo na the program. We na the leader of the opposition na parliament. But earlier we don't introduce Dr. Julius Spencer, first 10 minutes of information and communication, and also governance experts, and also Lahai Lawrence Leema. Today we look inside the change them way for the constitution of Salon for make all Salon person enjoy and also live better life and in peace. Well, for sake of this, we look at electoral system, the justice system, and the kind of appointments them we governments they make. They start with you, Lahai Lawrence Leema. We topic today na the thing that we want to see inside the constitutional reform na Salon for avoid the concept of winner take all politics, also peace and promote democracy, peace and good governance. You na representative of the Salon People's Party, the party with the power. Waiting first of all, you make up of the concept of winner take all politics before we can look at the reforms them way the SLPP go let for see na the Salon constitution we go create platform for everybody for peace, democracy and national unity.
Yeah, thank you very much. Reforms na thing we every institution or every country require for do, especially if which the existing procedures so get over time not only serve the best interest of any institution or a country. We can always look at the need for like we able for the reforms so that we go strengthen the functions of institutions or even we governing systems. So if that's not the reason for which we do reforms, then if one of the questions where you ask, say, the winners take all, now one part the challenges them, then the way we look at, we require the need for make we see how best we reform, we able for capture the areas and they for make we able forget an effective and inclusive governance system. Then it's pertinent that we look into them. But when you say winners take all, it's largely they look at the first past the post. When you look at we electoral systems, where not done they like really it work to us. The very reason why we as a government or as a party look at the proportional representation system as one way actually go ameliorate that kind of challenge we will get with the first past the post we they look at winners take all, because with the PR system, at least you able to get chances for other smaller parties for able for get votes for able for be represented in the House of Parliament. And I think the reform where they go on now, one of the things we probably we need for look at or recommend now for make we able for make sure say the threshold for make a political party for able for achieve for go now the House of Parliament for probably be reduced. We will be conducive for make smaller parties themselves able to get the opportunity for get a percentage we will for make themselves be represented. Because when you get a system an inclusive governance system, it actually they minimize dissension, it actually minimize tension, and it also minimize dissatisfaction, because almost everyone will feel part of the system. And that's not the reason why we feel say the winners take all political system, it creates a lot of disturbances in the governance system. So it is very much pertinent. Let we review also look at that, or reforms look at that, and also create the conducive atmosphere for make other smaller entities themselves able to get the opportunity for be part of the governance system.
Alright, the PR system now one way, plenty people being glad of wearing, let's say, the opportunity to small party them for let them take part in governance or go in parliament for represent them people. But we see this recent PR system the country use, we see the other issues them back we come up where we will not get any smaller party them for represent, and then people here say this system they are bugged there. So you think say this PR system they in place?
Yes, because the very reason I tell you say one of the things we go able for help smaller parties also for able for hit for the mark we go able for make them go now the well or now the representative house now for make we also review the threshold, because if the threshold really there as it is, then not only SLPP APC probably you go to see now parliament, and because like after many years we don't use this PR system, we decide for reintroduce them, and maybe much consideration or a lot of other factors were not taken into account for look at the percentage margin where mark with somebody for able for score for lay able for be qualified for going to parliament. So now that constitutional review work is ongoing and other legislative review work is ongoing, it is proper now for make we begin for look at some of the challenges and they especially will look at inclusive governance system.
You talk about the percentage review from the SLPP standpoint. What are the percentage we now go like for see that the PR system for include other political parties for get seats?
Thank God, Doctor there. I'm been on the President Kabayan government. I think in 1996, the percentage way political party for score have been 5%, right, Doc? I stand for be corrected, yes. So 5%. I've been wondering the excuse me. We be able for make you been get a lot of other political parties represented in parliament. So then I threshold way at least a reasonable under the circumstance for make a smaller party we don't work very hard, or other political parties we don't work very hard for like at least they're able for hit some of them mark, then they will go able for make sure say then get the opportunity for be elected or for be represented in parliament, as opposed to the 11% where maybe they at present.
Alright, continue for the week inside the program. In name na Lahai Leema, in a representative from the Sierra Leone People's Party, as we there for look at issues we get for the with reform and winner take it all. We'll come over to you now, Dr. Spencer. You don't deny the field for long term now, and the issue of reform and winner takes it all. Now, one way plenty people concerned about we are in now one of the issues them way they create tension at the country from. As old veteran, we don't know the field for long term now. What do you make up of this?
Well, me believe very strongly in proportional representation. And I don't begin talk about this from 2008. Now I begin raise this point about proportional representation, that we need for go to some form of proportional representation. Because when I look back waiting in the happen, I don't I depend 70 now. So I don't see waiting on the happen at this country as far as politics concerned for a long time. I've been small at independence. I see the 1967 election, we been get parliamentary system. I see we change to presidential system. I see the election we get one party state. I see elections under one party state. I see we go back to multi-party system. I see what happened there. I see the level of violence, how it been increased. Then I see we come to proportional representation 1996. Violence dropped significantly. We get people that will go to parliament, will be able for talk, able for take the issues, because they not go as individual for go contest election when a popularity they make you win. Then we go to district level proportional representation. Again, we will get smaller party than in a parliament. Then we go back to winner take all. Then we see the violence begin for grab back. Then we begin talk about this proportional representation. And me what I have been argue for, not to any particular type of proportional representation. I dey talk all the time. You get different kind of proportional representation. 1996 na national list we been get, closed party list. 2002 na been district party list. But you get other system them. You get open party list. When a party they submit list, but the individual the way they go vote, then get a choice as to who that they want for going to parliament, because then they vote for individual, and then when they put the votes then together, they should get the highest vote now they can up. Not to party where the party put the list number 1, number 2, 10, number 50. So now in that order day, So the individual they able for determine who that they go to parliament from that particular party day. You get that system them. You get the one that will complicated. We will not go for use now because of the level of literacy. But me, argument is that let we fend with own. You get me believe say we forget proportional representation across the board from local government to the executive. And you get like South Africa, for example, they get 2-round election. ANC been they win, they get about 50%. This last election, they not get reach 50, they get about 40. So they get forget coalition for let them form government. Okay. If we get that kind of system there, then all man go for collaborate. If only one group of people deciding that this we want or they do it go change. Because you need to get other people in the car along with you for do what you want for do.
All right. So the 1996 you doc to 2002, how it may work?
1996 na been nationalist because war been still there on some side them in day way not possible for go get do constituency etc. So na been nationalist. The party present a list of candidates for the one whole country. Then you dey vote for that list day. Whether then get the highest number of votes now, so you dey get seats in a parliament. So then 2002 it changed to district level. Now district level we use now. Now them amend the constitution because 1996 now be military government. Then just pass decree. But for 2002 they may get for make some amendment to the constitution and put on there. So now the district party list, closed party list, now then are the constitution. Now we use so this 2023. But my argument is let's go beyond that. For me, this politics what they practice na Africa, na salon, na waiting man and left kiwi basically. Now then systems that they use. But with society different. The kind if you they listen and watch American politics, for example, the way how then they tell themselves off and cost themselves, but after that then they gather themselves. Now we get a certain attitude. First of all, they tell big man say they lie, for example. You not go make play about person the next minute now to they gather on themselves. So the system they make for division. They make for low can together. Okay. And for me, what you need forget nice system way all man they work together. Yes, one person and they lead, but other people and they work together. We'll go move away from this system where you see this party win election, waiting and concentrate now, waiting for let them win the next election. The one they will lost, waiting and concentrate plan, waiting for pull them a power. So we're not there for concentrate on the thing that we're good for we all development and thing and they were now we all for we all and we all for focus on and they move the thing and they forward.
Doc, we just want to announce we still expect Honorable Abdul Kagbo na the program in the leader of the position na Parliament. We expect as one of his studio guests them for January anytime from now. But you talk about proportional representation. When you talk about this current generation go think about forgo Parliament. But you make mention of proportional representation at the executive. How done they work or how we go work?
Right now, me they say, let's get a system where, depending on the number of votes we get, you get the highest votes, so now you be president. But in terms of executive positions, you they appoint that percentage of people then to executive positions. Depending on the percentage where other people then get, then self will get right for at least nominate people into certain positions. You see, the big problem we get in this country, where we talk about divisiveness, if we look this last election, almost 90% the President Bill gets. At least between 35 to 40% of the people they not vote for him. So it means say now that proportion they then don't basically left out. If you go local council level, even worse. Because you get for appointed and called ward committee. Sometimes the person where they win, sometimes at 35% you get to win because there are 5-6 people in the contest. The person will get the highest 9 wins. So then they even different from the national one where you get for go second round and get at least 50%. Yanda now one round you get for 30%, now you get the highest 9 win. Sometimes the total of all the other people that will contest then pass you on far away. But now you now get the right for determine who that then they did the ward committee, etc. So sometimes the majority of people then they not get a say in waiting they happen. And at that we need to move away from both at national level. And as I say, what we want forget na Salone. One forget a society where we all dey focus on waiting good for we all, where we all dey focus on development issues, waiting good for we all as Sierra Leoneans, not to just waiting me want, now they do, because the system they make for that, so now that they happen. So if I now say opposition, the one pull the one within a power, because then say one go na power. The one they within a power, they want for continue for the power. But if we get a system where you get the one where get the highest number of votes, you get right for appoint a certain number of a proportion of the executive arm, whether not the minister them, ambassador them, parastatal boards, etc. And then the one there is something the person get 20%.
Okay.
You get right for appoint for at least nominate about 20% of the people them. For me, that in a radical position. I know say the party then go find it difficult for do that, but we need to think like that and see how they get a system we go make we all able for work together.
Before we take break, Doc, this thing where you explain, so you think say possible because any president we win, they appoint people we believe in system, and they not go appoint somebody we go undermine her. So you think say this system where you explain we are in, if president win go appoint people from the opposition, it possible?
I mean in a cabinet, cabinet, we appoint people then from other party them. Deliberately he appoint people then from all the party them we been in a parliament at the time. Because even they try for bring about unity, for unify we as a people. So I mean in a cabinet with people then from APC, from SLPP of course, from PDP, etc. We all been in a cabinet. Now Pakabana president. Then they lead. And you the follow waiting you want for do. Obviously as a minister you get your own portfolio where they manage. But we all been to work together. And I think it's possible. Because if we all the focus on waiting good for this country, not to waiting we think say good for we as individuals or for we own people, then we're going for do that day. I don't think it impossible. Other country then they do them.
Okay, Dr. Julius Spencer, governance expert, continue for stay between the program. Good morning, Salone. The program is still listening to that Good Morning Salone with the country from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM, and we will bring you this edition of the program Good Morning Salone. Musa Kamara na my name.
My name Usman Kamara.
And inside the edition of the program Good Morning Salone, they look at the issue of winner take all politics na Salone and the reforms them where we need na the Salone constitution as constitutional review the happen now for avoidance here for a just and peaceful Salone. Well, earlier we don't talk to the National Publicity Secretary for the Salone People's Party (SLPP) with na Lahai Leema, and also we get na the studio Dr. Julius Spencer. Also we get one for welcome na the studio the opposition whip na Parliament with na Honorable Abdul Karim Kamara. We would expect the leader of the opposition with na Honorable Abdul Kagbo, but it's any representative. Good morning and welcome to the program Good Morning Salone.
Good morning.
Yes. Today edition of the program Good Morning Salone, we look at reforms them na the Salone constitution for avoid the issue of winner take all politics. As the opposition, All People's Congress (APC) party, what will make up of the idea or the concept of winner take all politics na Salone democracy?
Musa, I want to tell you thank you. And first of all, I listened carefully as I did on the way this morning. Now, small dots in the new road, now don't block the road. I wish I could use this platform for the SLI clear than or else it don't cause so much trouble from the east coming to this part of the country, the city. And I listened to we under the Spencer with the an analysis, and interestingly, some of the facts he presents, I wonder which part of the country the analysis and they come up from, because in the just concluded elections we get more violence, we don't support as them burn more houses for we, and then kill more people for we than in all other elections we don't partake under this winners take all. This elections, whoever participate by. It don't get a very long historic perspective, but I want to say in Bo alone, they won 3 houses for we. So if violence is a reason for this new concept, then it not stand the test of time. Let me just land.
Honorable, let me look at. They can look at this system at the moment. What we need now for change, everything will happen. But in the issue of winner take all politics, what in the APC make up of?
I not think say now the type of politics not the problem. Na Sierra Leone. I not think say now the winners take all. Now the mentality of people coming to governance. When you talk about Bakaba, you're talking about a leader who is composed, a leader who has an agenda to unite the people by himself, a leader we get an agenda and a mentality believing that everybody is equal. It came to power and not harassed nobody in terms of getting people booted out of job. It believes the Southeasterners and the Northerners are Sierra Leoneans and they should work together irrespective of where they are and which position they occupy. And it's a kind of telling me, oh, the pot's not for dinner fire if na fall fire stone day. It's not important how much fire stone day. What's important that the mentality of the how they cook. In this situation, the present situation we're getting at the country, what they talk about now is a situation in which, first of all, for people to understand, say when you become a leader, you have a time bound. Secondly, for understand, say opposition are not enemies. You understand? But only in a country that they call opposition terrorists. It doesn't have to do with winners take all. No. You don't in a situation where they call opposition coupists. You understand? Is that a situation of winners take all? No. It's a mentality and the perception we hold against the opposition. We were in parliament, even when it was winners take all, we get 4 political parties. Deceptively, people take up the campaign of the PR. Oh, you go bring more political parties, you go bring more this, which will end up for see. Which we think so we want pa. Having 2 dominant political parties and still we go pa. Whatever form of political
go ahead.
Whatever form of political system we use as a country, what in Sierra Leone need better now is a leader that is willing to work with people against him or people when I opponent. I have always brought up with the concept, say opposition are meant to position you, but if you see opposition as enemies, no matter the political system, the Bible says can 2 work together? I say unless they agree. As we did so now, even if you count a PR system where they even determine who that for sweep na money na us, you understand? With the current mentality of people in power, it can't work. When we dey parliament, we able work together because we they believe say we have a duty to perform to the nation. When we critique certain situations where the ruling bench thinks it is important, we talk about the audit service report. I was here all over the place talking about it. When you get a deputy speaker, we believe say we for all people accountable and they for pay back the money, then constitute the committee. We are working together unless they agree. Our problem as a nation is not the political system. Let's don't disturb our people.
Now, for the APC, what kind of political system you think say go be preferable for national peace, national cohesion?
You know, even when you talk about which we prefer, and you're talking about systems review now, you know, for let you know, say we are not, we probably not to systems. If you're talking about constitutional review, you understand, and you make a shumu, you do a number one pot, now they mix all till like say about a scotch you cook. Not to say they do systems review in a country. The approach alone is wrong. You're talking about having a proportional system, all my idea come together, you bring all shades of opinion. You need to do one pan shumu. You need to bring people together. You understand? At this point, you understand? If the government is willing to work with us and they don't see us as terrorists, they will don't begin to ask, say, what is your, can we have a paper from the opposition for knowing that their own position on key issues where for form part of the recommendation of government for let be inclusive, because all what we talk about now is a kind of inclusive situation in which violence not go day in governance, this not go day, then they not go day. You understand? Come on, in you know they do they do no corner where see say there is an issue, You call people where they're very close to your party. When I go talk about this radio, but laws test the system. Laws if the people don't go accept them. That kind of politics, they're not deception.
All right. So
if government is sincere about the reforms that the constitution, let them come out open. You understand? Come out open, engage. Not all political parties there for now within a parliament. Engage we. You understand? Call other civil societies, engage the platform, and that's how it was done under our regime.
Okay.
Una come forward. What do you want to see in the new constitution?
All right.
For like, can call me for can talk about a PR kind of government, a government of who's the idea come from? Who
right.
born the idea?
All right. So you say the system then can make a shumu, meaning una not involved.
As we talk, so I not even know say as a party, we not even know say this kind of discussion they go on.
All right. So if government not reach out to una don't reach out to government.
You know, I always say this. In the last 5 years, the media have done the help government for do the very bad things. Them.
How?
I want to be very plain today on the radio.
How?
We'll get this kind of question. I've been a journalist for a practice for a while. We'll get this kind of question. Okay, they ask as if the bulk stop at the opposition. What una don't do? What una they do? No. The thing is, we have to hold government squarely responsible for able to create an enabling environment for let the nation work together.
But una first get to all.
Let me say,
for development of the country.
We've written many letters to them. In fact, up to the tell where they appoint, if you read the last letter where the Secretary General of the APC writes to President directly through in Secretary to Cabinet, you see all those issues inside. We don't do them many times. But when the question begin, they can like, what do not say they do as opposition? If people like I say, now we are not having the same opportunity as government. So no, you then at the driving seat for able to open up the state, open up and see other people. You understand? Come on, give me a break. I know when Spencer was in power and Doctor, the relationship where we get with people like Kemosi say they will be the opposition. So he's still alive. Let him tell off. Is that the same he's seen today?
Let me make something clear here. The APC, we get three arms of government. The APC, the parliament, we are the one arm of government. We mean say, una the part of governance. So if the media they ask una, it means una serve the part of the governance system of the country. So not all the governments as the SLPP, the APC serve the part of governance because una the parliament. They make we ask una all the key questions.
I don't think say I think what you say which are they say not two different
No.
things.
You let me just blame the media. No, they ask government.
Come on, you see this is
you the part of governance.
I'm not ever denying that one day.
You know the part of governance.
I'm not ever denying that one day.
So ask you means we still ask government.
You know when you ask me as part of governance, it's different. Where the media they ask comparative questions like, okay, we'll not be doing a power as APC, it's over 5 years. If you want to help government, hold them accountable, let them give accounts for what they've done. But when you start asking comparative questions, that's what the APC be done they do. This is 6 years. You're not helping government, and you're not helping the poor people.
No, we help government, honorable. I make every day we do a program where we hold them accountable. Now you mentioned say
people, ordinary people they represent, and that's the fourth estate.
Now you mentioned say una don't the rights to government, but
plenty times.
Pass where you talk and so. Why una self not can come and tell we let we self aware say una don't rights to government, una don't recommend A, B, and C.
Gone are those days when people they do things in secret. Now when we write government, we put on our social media.
No, quick one, Lahai or Leema, will they come to you? Now we look at the constitutional review process where you make mention of. When we get the Deputy Justice Minister at the last time, we ask him about the opposition position or their participation in the review process. He tell we say, we side the opposition stop, they not form any committee. Now we do the consultation, the time the APC be in power, and we side now finalization then they on now. This process where you say we need to take part on, now the APC start and now then continue with which side President Bio take from.
Again, I make the clarification. Not say we know the take part panam.
You say you are not aware of what happen now.
Being aware and taking part, where you say we know the take part in that, it's like a voluntary decision not to take part. What they say is very clear. Now we start now this point we don't reach. The side where government did now where they don't take off. When we be in a power. Check the record from Musa will start to Usai we left farm. It was an all-inclusive forum. But Usai Ide now is where I'm saying, as a government, looking at the very part of the history of who countries how they so now. Before them for even start, at least let them come back to us. Let's have a dialogue around it. Let the country know we are reforming their laws. Let it not be kukujumuku. That's what I'm saying.
All right, continue for the with inside the program. In name na Abdul Karim Kamara in the opposition whip na parliament. We go for a
Program Good Morning Saloon. They continue. We can to we other studio guest. We na the National Publicity Secretary for the Saloon People's Party, Lahai Lawrence Leema. We they talk about the constitutional review process and reforms them for the constitution for avoid winner take all politics. If you don't get to you take we they look at the process. What in the SLPP want for C now the constitution or the review constitution for avoid the concept of winner take all politics now with democracy.
Yes, much as I know one for deviate from the very reason why we're there, but I also need for make certain clarifications, right? When the people of this country elect a government in place, because we're guided by law, and therefore everybody for able for understanding rule and behaving safe. If you feel say you know for abide by law, you for misbehave, and you think say the law not for punish your actions, and therefore you they consider yourself say they are seeing you as an enemy, just behave yourself. When you behave yourself, then you'll be treated accordingly. Nobody no day in this country will behaving safe, we then treat them like an enemy. But if you behave like a terrorist and you are treated as such and you take annoyance as a result of that, review your own actions. Some people think say President Bio is not a citizen of this country or enough fit for rule this country. And because of that, they inform their own negative attitude and misbehave and walk out of law. How can you misbehave in parliament? You kick Quran, you are not supposed to be there, you are receiving salary, you are acting outside the law, and the law reprimands some of your conduct. You go to parliament as a stranger, you are misbehaving, kicking Quran as if the country not they under law and order. No. You know, the current leadership don't over forbear some of the excesses, now make rudeness they increase in this country. Now, coming to the point, we are talking of making progress as a nation, just like I listened to Dr. Spencer. He actually highlighted very pertinent points them we as the SLPP, we see them very pertinent because now we own goal that for unify this country. Now make the SLPP in mantra, now unity. Yeah. So we believe say one way we'll be able to work together now when we are united, and that is the way this country are go able to make progress. So from what he presents now, Mr. SSM now something based on we party in ideal, now something we Mr. buy in the sense that there is no way Sierra Leone will make progress, just like the Honorable come with a fixed mindset, not coming with an open mind for able to address the issues that we'll discuss here. The only way Sierra Leone will make progress now when we feel say we are part of the governance system, right? Like he say, that's one way we also even go reduce costs on we expenditure in elections. For instance, going for that 55% where you get for cause again re-elections, you get for create tension, animosity, like he said. If we're looking at proportional representation, even at executive level, if the first person get this number of percentage, you look at other parties be represented based on the percentage we then get. For me, it sounds very well for make this country for able to make
we
progress.
We get under proportional representation, but the tension still there.
Because
make her ask whose kind proportional representation the SLPP or whose kind governance or reforms them the SLPP will want foresee now the revised constitution of Saloon for avoidance here with the happen.
The issue about tension still there because some people just believe say we not forget proportional representation. For why? Because the first past the post gives them an opportunity to be violent. That is what probably their own political parties ideal is based upon.
So,
but when the political party ideal, that's why I'm coming.
Focus the argument on individual or party.
No. Sometimes
look at the way forward.
That's what I'm doing. What you have to try for say, if we are bringing in proportional representation for make progress with democratic governance, right? Then you get a certain entity where feels say no, we don't need proportional representation. We need first past the post because it gives them an opportunity to be lawless. It gives them an opportunity to be violent. It gives them an opportunity to brutalize people. It gives them an opportunity to create fear in people. So for them, they are comfortable with that. But any system where we minimize violence, any system where we minimize insecurity, any system where we minimize cost, they see I'm saying it averse to their own ideal. So whatever good way they inside proportional representation, they will definitely not support. So no matter the good ideals you present here, they will kick against it because they have a fixed mindset. Okay. Have an open mindset and see proportional representation as a good thing for the progress of the country. The aspect of proportional representation where you think say it's not good for the governance system, that's what you come here and recommend. And that way, the public, they listen, intellectuals are listening, they want them we get for be involved in the workings for make we able to get a document we will make progress for this country. We're able to take notes so that at the end of the day, they're able to get something for work on.
Okay.
So now that me feel say we need for do as a country. I may not be happy with proportional representation. I may not be happy with first past the post, but I present the reason why I feel say proportional representation it gets advantage over first past the post, and that's what I present.
Okay.
And if my argument sounds logical, that is what the working committee or the working body will get for look at for bring we a document we're progressive for this country.
All right, Leema. Over the past year, it don't come out clear say the APC and the SLPP know the see one side. At this point, from the SLPP point of view, what do you think say for be done so that the people of this country go able to enjoy peace and democracy, or continue to enjoy, basic things that we don't supposed to forget?
Well, not all APC members, but some APC members just get for feel say they not own this country. That's one thing. Some APC members just get for understand say by reason of how we constitution is created, power is centered to the people, and when the people make decision and elect a system in place, then for respect that because we are governed by law. Nobody not get monopoly over violence or rudeness. If not that, then we go into the state of nature law, see would I get power passing company or would I get violence passing company. But we minimize violence, that's why we bring law. And then laws and then are then for regulate with conduct. But if you can, come on, I can be more aggressive. I can be more lionic than any other person where if you say you are a lion. But we are guided by laws. That is why you not go see the beasthood in me because there is a law governing my conduct.
All right, I think we do this program this morning just for continue for reduce the tension at the country, but we want to talk to Una for let we take dear as we try for raise awareness to the people of this country so that we go continue to enjoy the country peace and democracy, because a lot of people listen both home and abroad. We come back to you now, Dr. Spencer. You don't hear from the both side. At this point, which you make up of some of the concern that we don't come up now the program this morning?
Well, I think first of all, I need for clarify something and let people that they listen understand. Me not a governance expert, I make that point the first. But I don't involve in governance over a long period. I don't observe. And when I say violence reduce, I talk about waiting I experience and know up till that point day. Now this last election, which happened, a different matter. My friend from the APC say it depends on the individual to some extent, but systems now they make something that happen or not happen or control them. If Donald Trump na salon been there, him for make coup. But because the system them in there and people them in there will stand up for waiting and believe say right, including the vice president, able for do am. Now, I don't talk on before. You get different types of proportional representation. Me no, they in favor of the one we use for this last election. Not to that I've been the advocate when I don't explain waiting on my own position. Now, in terms of the constitutional review process, as we all know, it starts under the APC, the Justice Kawan committee, when I'm head, then do extensive consultation across the country. All kind of people let me involved, all shades of opinion, then come up with their recommendations and submit them to government. Government look and reject almost all things. Then bring their own idea, then can say, then accept very few of the recommendations. And the white paper we then produce. But then I think after that, then say think, this not go pass, so then keep them. They not do nothing with them. The President Bio in government come into power, then say look the report of that commission, then pull down white paper as well. We again be accept when they accept most of the things they would recommend, but then self reject some. Now, what I understand from what they happen now other white paper they want for can produce. So the process now government they come up with white paper. Then after that, discussion can go on. Now, if government want to reopen the whole constitutional review process, then we need to get that kind of committee where Justice Karam in the lead for go through the whole process they back. Now, whether it is necessary or not, I don't know. But right now, as far as I understand, when we are listening to the Deputy Attorney General, a white paper, then they work on for produce. But me, your position is some issues then they won't need to get extensive discussion on. One of them are the proportional representation. Other issues then they, like the separation of the Attorney General from the Minister of Justice, how they appoint Chief Justice, several issues then they will need to look at if we want to make this country we move forward together.
So, Doc, as the Deputy Minister of Justice mentioned rightly the last time, say the APC don't pull white paper, but something that be the way then come they don't add inside this white paper we they can produce. But the opposition this morning they raise concerns, say they don't know which side the process stay. As you say, this process need wide discussion. What do you think say need for be done now for make everybody get an input into the process?
Well, I think say waiting radio democracy they do so. Now, part of the process, they contribute to the process, raise the issues. Let's talk about them. Now, again, other people then can raise issues. Now we look at the issues then where we consider very important, what we need for engage on. Now we engage on the issues then. For me, I think say one of the problems that we get in this country is that we not they get enough dialogue and discussion on national issues. If we they talk more, we they get various shades of opinion they can say we go for make better decisions in terms of waiting better for we all. So for me, I think so we need for open up a discussion on some of the issues there. But there are different ways of going about it, Andy. Government can go ahead and produce the white paper in terms of waiting out and see based on that report with Justice Karan in commission mean do. After that, we can get discussion because for several of the things and for let them pass, you can forget referendum. So that the public eventually will get for decide something and they will I think say they can amend without not go to referendum. But then entrenched issue them, you can forget referendum for let you for change them. So discussion get for day. But me also go say, I think so for discussion the issues then they now. Now, even before government pull the white paper, let government hear from other people them. Let them know waiting at them views on some of the issues there, and then make decisions will go benefit well. For me, I say again, proportional representation. If you look across the world, the majority of democracies in the world have some form of proportional representation in the practice, and good reason for that. The one the way they put with the model we say for neither in Europe, Britain or America, even in Europe. The majority of the country then are Europe has some form of proportional representation that they use. Britain still stuck in their waiting. America, their own system even more confused than the British one. So, me say, let we find the one way suit we. With level of literacy in this country, with Boku ethnic groups, we need to find a system where made for we own situation, some form of proportional representation, I think, but it not get for be anyone where they now. We can craft we own. Because I guess because me a creative thinker, I dey think outside the box. Let we find the one way suit we as Sierra Leoneans. Sierra Leone, waiting go better for we. But all the time we dey continue for take with other people and they do and try for fit into we own situation. So for me, issues then they will need for discuss. The system, electoral system now one. The issue of appointments of certain key positions, the separation of the Office of Attorney General for Minister of Justice, then issues then the Justice Karan Commission being recommending the on them. So sometimes for look the issues then they are well I hope say government they look all the issues then they now for let them come up with them white paper we go reflect waiting the generality of the public being agree on in terms of waiting for be done based on that report. You know, Peter Tucker now do a constitutional review we end up with the 1991 constitution.
Right.
But waiting Parliament do with Peter Tucker and recommend then change Boku thing the way been put. Some of the thing they struggle with now waiting Parliament being put then this then day.
Right.
Not to Peter Tucker being recommend some of them. So we need to be aware of that and open up.
I continue for the routine inside the program, Dr. Spencer. I'll come over to you now, Honorable AKK. At this point, which area you think the constitutional review for look at?
When it comes to the constitutional review as a political party, we'll make a comprehensive position where it will reflect the opinions of the people. I don't want to jump and begin make haphazard recommendations. Yeah, I am from a political party, but let's just use this opportunity as soon as they close the program for say proportional representation in all forms. You understand? For me, we don't go to get opportunity for go through elections and represent people. I don't be the first person to say OPR is better because it's less expensive in terms of manning a constituency, the pressure of a constituency, and I go to represent a party and every other thing. But believe you me, for the betterment of a nation, you understand, for the service, meeting the people, you understand. In fact, also for let you and get the people get a representation and a voice when they get an issue that and we will talk to, the constituency system is the best. Whether it leads to violence, for me, violence is in the nature of the person. Even if you become pastor today, Sierra Leoneans know who you are, and they can define you by your name and your character. You understand? So for me, violence is not an event. You understand? It's something inbuilt in people. So for now we say now because of violence, make could change political system? No, it depends to who that you deal with and who side the person they. When them go born the woman that Kailan with them rape Satalamin, it was not a PR system. You understand? The also them born na bo no get nothing for do with a PR system. So for me, it's not the political system. What we need for talk about in countries where you get civilized forms of democracy, that countries where get strong judicial systems. Can we start talking about those issues? And it's a country where citizens they see themselves say it's. Political discussions are not just done in studios. They are not just done in parliament. You understand? They are done in civility. Where they meet, who converse. I can still remember. Doc was in SLPP. Ramadan Doumbouya was in UNPP. But they were still friends. Some of them be small, but they see those footages.
You don't get pardon in SLPP?
Huh?
You get pardon in SLPP?
I get plenty. But not to Leema no more.
So let we look at because yes, take one.
No, Leema, I am a very decent person. That's true.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not ever did a report for violence.
Me point not about proportional representation and not say that for end violence. If my friend listen carefully.
No, your points are the response to sir.
Ah, okay. Now,
So Honorable Karim, let we look at the constitutional review process. You make mention of the justice system. You make mention of appointments. You make mention of the electoral system. Moving forward, room still there for engagement. What in the APC they propose inside the constitutional review?
I also they make them very clear. At the position where I hold now, I am not just an ordinary member of the party. I am a regional secretary. I mean, at the whip of the opposition party in parliament. The party will make a position on the review, the holistic review, and when the time ripe, we will make them public, and we will make the public understand what's in our position. But I just say, in countries we get, in Sierra Leone with the present mentality where people hold in about governance, no matter what system where you carry it, you understand, the political system not to change the dynamics of the people. What in the political system they do, it only they set stage for people who believe in what them believe in for whatever. Over the 6 years, what we don't get now, people not going according to the laws. Can we talk about that? You understand? If you don't go according to the law, even if you make PR for section chief safe, then we'll still go vote under the proportional representation and still not go according to the laws of the state. So what you get is, in stronger democracy all over the world, it calls for collaboration, consultation, it calls for communication, you understand? It get many things where they talk about. For we what to get as alone, as I say earlier on, and the situation where people they permit politics, you understand, political groupings, you understand, and think, oh, this person, this group, no one allow with it, this group no allow with it. we don't want to go back to all those days. For me, it's 6 years down the line after the first elections. We should be talking about something more progressive.
Right.
Political systems in Sierra Leone have not helped the country in any way. So whether it is not a form of politics anymore, you understand? I'm glad the way Dr. Silo reduced the tension. I think that's the way to go.
Okay.
We reduce the political tension amongst ourselves, not about a system, not about who is going to winners take all or not. We get other countries to talk about national agenda. You understand? In which even if you come up from party Z or party Y, there is a national agenda being drafted in which all shades of opinion come together and draft them. Can we start talking about those things? Because I think they affect people. As I got this morning, I got to go pay 40,000 for get water. Namios, you understand? I talk and then this year now it's even state lodge, now water bouncer, the Abupa State House, now water bouncer. Those are the national discussions we are having, not political.
Okay.
Which about the benefits we know more than the political class.
Okay.
If you ask me as a politician and as a member of parliament, the PR system for all selfish reasons will have been the best way any MP will support, but it's not in the interest of the people.
I continue for the with me inside the program. We start for look at messages inside the program. This one from Samuel Bunda. He say wisdom is not just age, but it's God-given. Dr. Spencer, your idea on reforms are spot on.
This one say, Dr. Kindly make your suggestions of preferred system that is good for Sierra Leone, from Kinsolo.
This one from Abdullah Lukule say Lahai is right for the smaller parties to participate in governance. The PR system should be reviewed and reduce the percentage for any future election.
This one say you just mentioned that strong systems as examples, which shows that systems can condition behavior. You cannot depend on behavior and mentality. You can only depend on systems. So why don't we work together to build a better system?
This other one from Albert is say good shout, AKK the character of people coming into governance is our main problem.
We continue for look at more text messages them inside the program. They send this one from Patrick Musa Momodu on our Facebook page. They say constitutional review white paper should have been the best legacy for President. Okay.
This other one from Sanusi say I favor the suggestion of Dr. Spencer, but to implement that such of PR will be difficult because the president is more likely to undermine it. For example, in 2018, the people voted for huge parliament and intervene and change by removing the opposition MPs and replace with MPs of the government party. The same thing happened in the sacking of the Auditor General because they were uncomfortable with their audit practice. Thanks.
More messages. This from Pa Ali Kaman, our Facebook page. They say PR system is not suitable for this nation. Besides, the system of governance we are using is not the problem, but rather the mode of operations of our political parties and the behavior of our politicians.
This other one say, Honorable AKK and Leema, you guys need to work as one for the benefit of this country.
More text messages they come inside. This one say what does the APC think about some of the major laws such as the death penalty, GW Act, libel law? Can this be considered as progress by the APC?
This other one say we do not need PR system, we have the paramount chiefs.
Okay, more messages inside the program. Good morning, Saloon. This one say both APC and SLPP, what would be your intake or input into the constitutional review process? This
other one say, Dr. Spencer, please highlight the minister that Pakaba appoint.
This one from Samai Masako in our Facebook page. They say let's put Sierra Leone first and forget about party politics.
This one say politics don't put we behind. So please, APC and SLPP, work as one for the benefit of Sierra Leonean and our children.
This one from Batilo Gomo on our Facebook page. They say Honorable AKK, this discussion is too sensitive to play politics around it.
This other one say the last one I go take for now because of time. He say APC and SLPP the people of this country not glad with una at all.
Okay, with them messages also we come to we studio guest them for respond to them. We come to Lahai Lawrence Leema, SLPP National Publicity Secretary.
Yes, I respect the views of people and we send message. In summary, what you go on for say around the messages they would send. That the constitutional review process not to one way in a president bill begin, maybe na go end them. This constitutional review process coming as a result of the Lomé Peace Accord where we been get. We it coming as one of the key recommendations for make we able for review we constitution and we laws in this country are one way it we able for promote democracy. And as a result of that, the Peter Tucker Commission, was set up. We able for present a recommendation in 2007 to President Nkrumah, and later President Nkrumah being for institute another committee we headed by Justice Edmond Cowan, where them being for get public consultations across the country. And so President Bio coming into office now a continuous process it gone with. So the process where President Bio in government do now a continuation and a very timely, because we know go day for the do a review process for the rest of this country in lifespan or whatever it is. So at least there has to be a finality to the review process itself. And so if President Bio they take upon the onus for make sure say it conclude the work, I think now one way we need for come here and sit down and make recommendations them as to which thing we want for make we see in the review where they go on, because we don't get elections in, elections out. We don't see what are the challenges that they go through. We don't see what are the problems them where they affect the electoral system in this country, where they affect the governance system in this country. So if at a time like this a review work is going on, we need for be composed and come up with very sensible recommendations them way able for help the progress of this country. And it's in totality, it is my view that the PR system gets enormous advantage for make sure say we experience democratic good governance over the first past the post, and therefore me feel say a better way for make we go. Because when you left from by constituencies, sometimes somebody one political leader go come and can create constituencies, then we get just something like 2,000 membership we go able for game parliamentary seats, as opposed to a particular constituency we get something get 40,000 or 50,000 people them now their own constituency. So even the representation proportional. So if we get a system like this where people they come in based on proportional systems, it sounds well and the representation will be proper.
Lahai Lawrence Leema, as we round up the program now, the opposition don't raise them concern about knowing the process society now. What thing that you take home with regards to that for engage with government or party now not party in power for ensure say the opposition be part of the process?
The president always consult whatever they do. This is a public document. It's not going to do it in secrecy. But if they don't present any report to you, get for set up a committee where they look into that report and review them and send the view or the assessment to you, and based on that you do consultations with other political parties or other public entities for make we able for see how much we able for make progress with the work.
Plenty thank you for joining inside the program. Over to you, Doc. What will be your word of message?
Well, I think say for me, where I don't dey in this country for the period where I don't dey and I don't dey observe and I don't participate, for me the critical factor now waiting we go put in place for make we all able for work together. And unlike waiting Mr. Kagbo say, Mr. Kamara say, I strongly believe say systems important, because the individual, years ago, my own belief is that no government, no they do waiting best for the people of the country. The people and just sit down left hand to government, and the system where they now go force people and for do something in a certain way. Yes, we get individual whatever people and the way then whatever ABC etc. But the system right, people and they toe the line. And Mr. Kamara say you they engage with your constituency, almost parliamentarian, then they gonna then constituency then regularly. Yeah, well, then they afraid for go because of the pressure then we then they get from the constituents them. Well, that's neither here nor there. For me, as I say, the political system very important, and I say again, I'm not the advocate for the closed party list but we used for the last election. I advocate for something more extensive than that, and I don't talk proportional representation right from the executive level can right down to council level, and then but other issues than they we need for be discussed. Me, I've been in a Pakabang government, I'd observe other government, and something in the way from Pakabang term and not be able to do where President Bio don't do. I'm not glad with all waiting President Bio in government don't they do, but something in the way to say talk me, they don't pull that penalty. Where the Lome agreement me talk about, where none of the government not do. Then don't repeal Part 5 of the Public Order Act. Then don't do the GWA Act. Thing in the way they don't put in place. And I believe say President Bio for push through thing them way. Sometimes if they look normal waiting go benefit and in party now in no good one. But I believe say able for look beyond that and left a legacy for this country of peaceful coexistence for make people.
Would they round up now? Waiting now you word of call or you call to the parties involved for inclusion into the review process?
Well, as I say, process get for the. I know quite on that. Well, I know say I don't understand. From my own perspective, I know the process they go on and go for the white paper. Now, if the government want for consult before then do the white paper, fine. If they want for consult after then do the white paper, fine. But some consultation will take place across the board for let them show say waiting then they can't do now. They all man agree with them because at the end of the day, now for we all. So everybody for be involved. APC for being involved, other party then we almost don't die now. If then for be involved, for be involved. So we all for involved as Alunians.
I plenty thank you joining us at the program, Honorable Ikeke.
Thank you very much. I still they say in the PR system, for we don't fortunate. We all get different parts of governance world on day. Doc don't they extensively na the executive and we don't do na the legislative and for be a two-term MP go to 2 elections they succeed, it means say you have a very good standing for talk about elections at that level. We a PR system will have been the best system to say, oh yes, it is easy. Then giving campaign, I go 1, 2, 3 to campaign the party, I can't sit down, spend less money, it's very comfortable for me. I work for the people, I go, I no goody, nobody they question me. I have an independence of myself. I only need forget very few people at the party forget me way through elections. But I am saying, one, for quality representation. They present this argument in PR, you get more quality representation than now. I am sure within the we talk now 1996 PR where we get the likes of Ramadan Domwea and very few academics that will join parliament and day. But if you compare the last parliament to this one, I am sure you will get a rethink and a review. Secondly, governance is not just about having political parties thrive, it's also about having the people to get their voice and choose who that they feel say competent for representing them. I think say in a constituency based system of government, the people can have it better. Thirdly, I still continue emphasizing, Doc, I am not against reforms and reviews of policies and laws. No, I am not. I am saying, even if you review all the laws, even if you take the Quran table, they need change. You make a part of the laws that say it depends on individual perceptions and individual perspective about governance. If you, within government, me, when a politician not change the way we see ourselves, I'm not sure say the laws what we do will bring any difference. You understand? Secondly, I also believe, yes, like how you say, you are like good things away, like the death penalty. You present that last side like the PR of the SLPP. A very good point. We all glad for the death penalty they remove, but again, ask yourself the question: you don't get more extrajudicial killings when they remove the death penalty than if we get the death penalty. So it's not the laws. It's not about the laws. It's about the attitude of those in governance, how they perceive other citizens there. Yeah.
It's about enforcement of the laws.
Well, who that enforce the law? If
So, Honorable Ekeke, to round up the program, the constitutional review process still they take place. How the APC go wish or what are the call we now go make for able they part of the process, the review process?
I tell you, say the last letter we sent to General, right? A right and directly to the president. But let me say again,
on what he write down?
A right on all governance issue, including the constitutional review. I'll send you a copy of that letter.
So,
but let me say again,
further, how now go wish for the part of
let me conclude. Let me also say, in countries where you get systems and laws, you also get good citizens where the whole government accountable who have the experience. I am sure from the Theodon Kana governance to now in 2018, if some of the people the way they talk now be giving all government accountable to writings like I can see AKK they do the former running mate of Una Party NGC, I am sure that they again will shape the opinion of those in governance. But what we don't get over the years, the complete silence of certain people, you understand, and bodies with democracy, also the hamper the sector. Let me end with the question you say.
Go to the question and then there will be a discussion for another day.
I like your business too much. The APC is a formidable political party. We will continue, and as I tell you this now, we will present we own position. You understand? Okay. Even if government not think say they need for call, but because we are representing people and people believe in and because we believe so we get the numbers every other day for win elections, we will continue for represent the people and we'll make we own position very, very known. We say as we amend the laws, also they amend with attitudes towards one another necessarily. Okay, plenty thank you for joining we inside the program. Na representative for the All People's Congress APC Party na Parliament, Honorable Abdul Karim Kamara we join we. Plenty thank you for joining we inside the program and plenty thank you to Dr. Julius Spencer. Opo na they present on a position una go call the media for for Kobaram, as you say, the media know then they ask questions, but me no say the media don't they ask questions and present the things them as they happen in the country. And plenty thank you to Lahai Lawrence Leema, National Publicity Secretary for the All People's Congress APC Party. Now this edition of the program go left for the SLPP, I beg your pardon. For the Salon People's Party, I beg your pardon for that. And plenty thank you to the production team, Michael Sambola, we put the program together, Kabia, support for put the program together, DJ Cliff give technical support, Joseph Songa, Fatmata Samura, Jaffa Mans Davis, Mekuna Civil Live na Facebook, so then Musa Kamara say bye-bye.
My name is Usman Kamara.